Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing well, and I am happy and grateful that you have chose to spend your time with me. Before we meet our deck, I wanted to let you know the ways you can support my channel. Like the channel if you enjoyed the video, subscribe so I can appease the mighty algorithm and be seen by more people. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when a new video comes out, or buy me a coffee. And any proceeds I get from coffee will go right back into buying decks to review on here. And with that being said, let's meet our deck. So we have the Science Fiction Pulp Magazine Tarot, and it was created by Bobby Alexander, and it is self-published. And it retails for $50 at his Etsy store. And I will put all of the links in the description. And I received it in this box. I do have two other of his decks, and I have completed those videos. I got the science, the horror, the Golden Age of Horror, first and second edition as well, and I do have videos of those. So if you want to check out those as well, feel free. But this is a deck that is based off of 1940s magazine covers. And I got it in this minimalistic box. And you get a little plastic thing to show off a sneaky peeky of your deck. And it's just a container box. And these guys are the same size as your traditional tarot. And it's about the same kind of material, cardstock. Okay. So, what I do on my tarot videos is I basically compare the new deck that I'm reviewing with the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith to kind of give you an idea of what the two look like compared to each other, and especially if you're a beginner and you're looking to expand, you're getting a little tired of the Rider-Waite-Smith and you want to expand to a new deck, but you kind of want to keep it the same flavor, I guess you could call it. Alright, so let's go ahead and compare these two. We'll do a side by side. And I did do a little bit of research to see if I could figure out what magazines these are from, and I did find some, and they are with the Amazing Stories series. And I forgot to point out that if you're working with reversals, they won't be revealed. So, kind of skipped over that, sorry. And this is pretty much following the Rider-Waite-Smith insofar as it has the major and minor arcana, and it keeps the suits, the cups, wands, pentacles, and swords. So that's pretty much similar. Now, this deck, along with the other two that I got from Bobby, follow the pre-Rider-Waite-Smith order, insofar as justice and strength are switched. So if you do get that in a deck, it's not wrong, it's not a misprint, it's not broken. It's just the Rider-Waite-Smith decided to switch it for astrological and numerological reasons. And I didn't know about that until I Googled it. And if you want to Google it, and there are some different interpretations, but that's basically it in a nutshell. Rider-Waite-Smith just switched the positions, and that's the only 2 cards that are switched. But I still wanted to show you the comparisons. So as you can see, the Justice is 8 in here, and in the Rider-Waite-Smith it is 11. So don't worry, it's not wrong. It's not bad if you get it either. So don't feel like it's going to screw up your reading or anything like that. It's still, if you follow the Fool's Journey, it can still work. Yeah. All right, so let's go on to the rest of this deck. And here's the Strength, where it's an 8 for the Rider-Waite, and this one is 11. So that's the only changes that were made. Everything else is the same. So if you like Pulp Fiction, you should like this deck. It does have some similarities until you get used to the deck. But if you are a beginner just coming out of the Rider-Waite, you will struggle. But with any new deck, it's kind of that way. But you can kind of see that there are similarities. Like there's the moon, and then you got the sun and the sun. So it's basically your comfort zone and how you feel about it. Or if you just connect with the deck, you like it, you're like, that's a pretty cool deck, I want to get that thing. Alright, so that is our major arcana. Next we have the wands. Alright. And Bobby does have a pretty large assortment of other decks that, if the horror and science fiction kind of doesn't appeal to you, but kind of interested in other things he may have at his Etsy shop. I don't know where else you can buy his deck. I guess you can Google it and see if you can find a website that carries it, but if you are worried about legitimacy, I would just go ahead and buy it at his Etsy shop. And after I bought the first horror deck, I did get a coupon. He sent me a coupon, so that's what pretty much got me to buy the rest of the decks, is because some Etsy sellers will send you a discount if you buy another item in their store. So I was like, what can I lose? You know? Yeah, some of these sci-fi covers are pretty interesting. All right, and that is the wands. Okay. Next, we have the swords. Okay. And it doesn't come with a guidebook. I don't think any of his decks come with a guidebook because they are pretty much it follows the same thing as the Rider-Waite-Smith. You can pretty much use the same if you're familiar enough with the what the cards you've come to know as, and then use this deck. You could find some new and exciting interpretations. That's pretty cool. He's kind of... See, like some of these do, like the 7 back here. Yeah, she's like betraying him. So the 7 of Swords is often thought of as the betrayal card. And oh, I just lost my card there. So as you can see, oh, I lost my card. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, I'm with it, really. So as you can see, he's just kind of caught up in these vines, not veins, and he's kind of stuck. And in here, she's got her swords, and she's mentally stuck. So, so there are similarities. Oops. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by comic book art. And there's the Queen right there, Queen of Swords. She's pissed. She looks really pissed. And the King of Swords. Yeah, I could see this. Even though he doesn't have the sword, the swords are associated with intellect and the mind. So, yeah, I could see that as the King of Swords. So yeah, when I first got the deck, I was like, I don't know about this. But once I started spending time with it, I did start seeing a lot of similarities that I didn't see before. And it made it a little bit easier to read. But with any deck, yeah, like I said, you're going to struggle until you become familiar with it. And especially decks that don't copy or have the same symbolism in it. that's kind of similar. They're out in the cold. But other than that, I mean, yeah, imagine paying 20 cents for a comic. Wow. That's pretty amazing how money has changed. There is the queen. She got her claws out. She's got the red for... Yeah, it's an odd portrayal of the Queen of Pentacles, because I would have interpreted this as the Queen of Wands, but that's what he chose for it. So the King of Pentacles, those two kind of hard unless you see the bottom of it, King and Queen of Pentacles. If you were going by the illustration alone, you'd probably have an issue with it and going, what is this? All right. And lastly, we have our cups. That's an interesting pairing. Yeah, she looks pretty content like he does. And water. So, yeah, you can kind of identify it as the Nine of Cups. Yeah, kind of hard to tell. All right, and that is pretty much the end of our deck. Okay, so since these are the size of your traditional tarot. If you struggle with shuffling those types of cards, same thing here. It does shuffle fine. Alright. So let's see what card wants to come out and say hi. The Ace of Pentacles. So these are what the aces look like. And Ace of Pentacles is known as a opportunity coming, an opportunity that's offered, associated with material. So that is pretty much it. That is the Ace of Pentacles. A little bit of in a nutshell. So that is pretty much it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the deck. And if you bought the deck after seeing this video, please let me know, because I really like to know if what I'm doing is making a difference and helping people. And if you would like to see a future deck, leave it in the comment or email me. I do have an email address, and I will see what I can do. And once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope you will join me with a future video. But until then, take care and goodbye, my dears.